Welcome everyone to my channel that is Fast and Easy Maths, which is dedicated to give you tips and tricks related to mathematics. So if you're new to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button besides it so that you get notified whenever I push up a new video. So students, today I'm going to show you a trick with which you can solve these quant based questions in 1 minute. Okay, so these kind of questions are asked in the quantitative analysis section of these entrances such as CAT, ACT, SAT, GMAT, GRE, etc. Okay, and here I'm going to solve both of these questions in two ways. One is the conceptual way, which is very important for your basics of mathematics, and another method is the one with which you will be able to solve these questions in under a minute. Okay, also students, do stick to till the end of this video, because at the end of this video I will ask you all a similar kind of question in which might be in similar to any of these questions. Okay, and you will tell me what is the answer of the same in the question, in the comment section below. Okay, and once you have done that, I will read your answers and let you know whether they are right or wrong. In case they are wrong, I will also give you an explanation for the same. So let's begin with the first question. Which of the following is equivalent to 1 minus 1 upon x plus 1, the whole thing divided by x, for all values of x? Okay, so like I said, there are two ways to solve it. The first way is the conceptual way. So here I can see that there's a number and then there's a fraction in the numerator, so we take the LCM of the numerator. So I will multiply x plus 1 directly with 1. So when I multiply any number with 1, my answer is always that number itself. So I'm getting x plus 1 only, minus 1. The whole thing now gets divided by x plus 1. Why? Because we took the LCM of the numerator. Okay, then the whole thing is still divided by x. Now I can say 1 and 1 gets cancelled, so I'm left with x upon x plus 1. Can I say this thing is divided by x? Now whenever I have a fraction divided by a number, okay, or anything, so rather when I do division in fractions, what you need to check, always remember, is you can convert the division sign into multiplication by keeping the first fraction as it is, and the second one has to be changed into reciprocal. So I'll write this as nothing but 1 upon x. Sorry, x and x gets cancelled, so you're left with 1 upon x plus 1. Correct? So with that, can I say option C is the correct answer? Now, like I had said, I'm going to show you the second method in which you can get the answer directly without bothering about LCM or anything. Okay, but students, please remember that that does not mean that you don't have to remember these concepts of mathematics, because understand, these tricks might work in few of the sums, but your concepts will always get you the correct answer and it will work in all these sums. Okay, so here we can take any value of x except for 0. Why not 0? Because the whole thing is divided by x alone, and any number when divided by 0 is taken as undefined in mathematics. Okay, so we'll not take value of x as 0, but we'll take x as, let's say, 1. So let's take x is equals to 1. So now my numerator becomes 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus 1, and the whole thing divided by 1. So I can say it is just nothing but 1 minus 1 by 2. The whole thing divided by 1. So any number when divided by 1, then the answer is always that number itself. So my final answer is just 1 upon 2. So you just have to now put the value of x in all these options and check where you're getting answer as 1 upon 2. Here there is just one number which is 1, so I can't take, or rather a is not my answer. This also is not my answer because this is 2. This is my answer because this is 1 upon 1 plus 1, that is 1 by 2. Correct? Now here also, if you want to cross check, this is not my answer because that is 1 only, and this is also just 2, so that is also not my answer. So students, you understood how you can solve these kind of questions by just putting the values of x. Okay, now students, if you like the way I'm explaining, then please go ahead and like these videos so that I come to know that you love the way I'm making these videos. Also, you can share these videos with whomever you think this might be very, very useful. Okay. Now, let's go to the next question. Which of the following is equivalent to 2x square plus x, sorry, the whole thing multiplied by x plus 3 minus 2x minus 6 upon x square plus 2x plus 3. Okay. Sorry, this is minus. Okay. I was wondering why this might not work. Okay. Sorry for that. For all values of x. Okay. So now here we will, since we can see there is a denominator, there is a quadratic equation, so we can first solve that. So here what should be my factors of 3? I can say it is nothing but 1, 3 and 1. And since I want a negative 3 and positive 2, so I can just write 3 and minus 1, because 3 minus 1 gets you positive 2 and 3 into minus 1 gets you negative 3. So that way my factors become x plus 3 and x minus 1. Students, if you don't know how to factorize the quadratic equation, then I request you all to please watch my other video which shows how to factorize these quadratic equations in just matter of seconds. Okay, the link of that will be mentioned on top as well as in the description. Okay, so do go ahead and check that video after watching this video. Okay, another thing, students, the topic of quadratic equation is very, very important when it comes to solving quant based questions. Okay, so don't take it very lightly. Now, as we can see, in the denominator we have x plus 3 and in the numerator also we have x plus 3. So let's see whether we can take x plus 3 over here also. We can, right? If we take negative 2 out, I'm left with just x plus 3. Okay, so 2x square x plus 3, and then I take a negative 2 out, so I'm left with x plus 3. So can I say the whole thing can be taken, from the whole thing I can take x plus 3 common. Then I'm left with 2x square minus 2 upon x plus 3 and x minus 1. So now can I say this and this will get cancelled, and out of this can I say 2 can be taken out. So x square minus 1 upon x minus 1. Now here if you look, this looks like a square minus b square, which can be factorized as a minus b and a plus b. So I'll write this as nothing but 2 into x minus 1 and x plus 1, the whole thing divided by x minus 1. So can I say x minus 1 and x minus 1 will get cancelled. So I'm left with 2x plus 2, or I can just write 2 into x plus 1. Correct? So when I open the bracket, I get this. Okay. And when I look at my options, I'm just left with, I can say that option B is my correct option. But this process is a bit time consuming, right? So here, like I had told you, I'm going to give you a trick with which you will be able to solve these kind of questions in under a minute. So like here we are going to take the value of x also over here, but instead of taking 1, let's take 0. Okay, because when I take 0 also, I'm left with some number in the denominator, so it is safe to take 0 as the value of x. So now let's see, if I take 0 over here, my entire numerator till here becomes 0. So my just the number which is left in the numerator is minus 6. And in the entire denominator, I'm just left with minus 3. So I need, so my answer is just positive 2. So all you had to do was just put x is equals to 0 in these options and check where you're getting positive 2. So let's check. Here my answer is negative 2, so that is wrong. This is positive, so this can be my answer. This is just plus 1, that cannot be taken. Plus 6, not, and not possible. Minus 1, that is also not possible. So students, as you can see that now you're able to solve these kind of questions without wondering or without bothering about factorizing, by just putting the value of x. Okay, so now students, another thing I want to tell you all, for those of you who are new to my channel, I actually push these kind of videos which are like cont based questions, and those questions which are generally found difficult by my students, and these videos are pushed on Mondays, and the other video which I push is always on Thursday, which are based on concepts. So if you have any particular topic in mathematics which you think that is very difficult, or you want me to give you a tip or trick how to remember those concepts or how to understand those concepts, then please mention the topic of the same in the comment section. I will try to make the video on the same as soon as possible. Okay, so before signing off, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.